really quiet. There we go.
Hey, what's going on, party people? It is the KVKL Week 3 Review Podcast. All right.
Heat
I
wave.
am CJ Cobra Kai here with Matt Papa Pryor,
Hello, hello.
Jason Cougar Huang.
My Warriors choked.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, dude.
Ben Hutnick.
25, 36, 32.
Omaha.
I need to come up with a clever nickname.
And our special guest, you can just introduce yourself.
Ben Tetty Johnson.
All right. He is from Cork and Barrel, plays for the Cork Suckers, who is our sponsor this week.
Yeah,
Two convenient locations. Check out Facebook for the weekly specials. And
They have do they still have Sunday can specials? Yeah?
Let's say yeah.
All right.
yeah.
Do you actually represent this organization?
He must be sexy because he brought a contingent with him.
Yeah.
We've got all kinds of specials. Mostly beers.
Boulevard is on special next week.
Okay.
Sweet.
This week.
This week. Going into week
Okay,
4.
so that's really useless because it won't be on special next week.
Two
Thank you very much.
locations.
Stay tuned for Facebook post about what is on special on Sunday.
Yes, exactly.
Go there to get your canned beers for Kickball.
Yes.
More cans, more cans, more cans, more cans. You can go to 23rd and basically 2000 West 23rd, basically 23rd in Iowa,
Yep.
and then 9th in Mississippi to go to Cork and Barrel and get your beers that you can then take to any of your games, especially Game of the Week, where you should not bring bottles.
Yeah.
No,
It's
not
all.
at all.
I'm less concerned with people breaking stuff as, every can you donate is a little bit of
Yes.
money for the community. So basically, if you bring your bottle, you're a selfish
Glass
prick.
bottle.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
I bring my water bottles. I'm good. So.
Way to sell it, Coog.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right.
Way to be, yeah.
Also, we are here at the lovely Jazz House, 926 and a half Massachusetts Street in beautiful downtown Lawrence. Thank you to the Jazz House. Every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, we do the podcast during the summer.
Come down, give a shit.
Come down, give a shit. That's the new slogan.
Yeah. All right, just a little housekeeping here. Please double check your schedules for home and away, time in the fields, like whether or not you have to pick up equipment or drop it off.
Make sure everybody knows where the new shed is.
Yes. Also, home team for the 5 p.m. games does equipment pickup at the shed. Winning team from the 7 o'clock games, congratulations, also does equipment drop-off at Game of the Week.
When we won our game last weekend, we were like, I don't know what to do.
Where do we take this stuff?
I'm even on the board, and I'm just like,
All right, Game of the Week's cleanup schedule for Week 4. Happy Shirt, Free State Growlers, Rockets, Posh Wash, and Aaron says that the cleanup has been amazing this year, so keep up the good work, and thank you all so much.
Thank you.
We are looking for scoreboard volunteers.
For weeks 5 through 10, Aaron, who do they talk to for that? Benjamin Wright. If you want to volunteer for that, contact Ben Wright.
Often also known as Alpha Ben.
Yes.
He's Alpha Ben?
Yeah, I'm the Omega. He's the beginning, I'm the end.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alpha and Omega Ben.
I'll be Epsilon Ben.
Epsilon
Yeah.
Ben.
I like it.
Okay, guys. That's taken care of. Let's talk about some games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Holcomb Blue, 5 o'clock. Nick Lerner's homies at 2. Leeway Franks, 6.
Yeah.
What's up, Cougar?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Well, at least it's a closer game. They get shut out last week, the week before, like the Goats. League Franks, they got up early. When they're up 4-0, I knew that my team was in trouble because we're a front-running team. We just can't make comebacks. We can't score right up front for
Not
comebacks.
with that attitude.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
it's true. It's true. We are truly a
You
front.
get you're down 4-0, you're just like, fuck it.
No. I did
We're
not say
doomed.
fuck it. I just think of myself, So when you're up 4-0, so I got some offense going in the 8th and the 9th inning finally, but it was just too little, too late. Also, a service, public service announcement, by the way. If you're kicking a grounder, please run through first base and not half-ass it and stop at first base because we got a double play in the 9th inning because someone who shall remain nameless half-assed and just stopped at first base and easily got a double play when they should have just ran through the first base.
Was it
What?
Jeff Hopper?
Was it? It was not. Okay, it was not Hopper. It was not me. I mean, half-assed it was like an easy pop fly, like Derek Davis style. Sorry.
Yeah! Yes.
I mean, I've done that like 9% of my kicks, the 13 seasons of KDKL. But as a grounder, I will run my fat butt out there down the line.
I think Aaron has something to say about
Yeah.
this.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I watched a couple minutes of Cougars game, and it's hilarious because Cougar stands in the dugout when he's not playing and screams the most obvious thing to his players. Like, pitch the ball. Okay, yeah, obvious, you do that.
I did not say pitch the ball.
Catch-
Dude, we heard you
catch the ball.
screaming
Play better.
from the field next door.
Catch the ball next time. And your pitcher, your hot dog pitcher that does the behind the back, under the leg thing, I'm guessing your team had the most pitches of the week based on that guy alone.
On Jason, yeah, Jason Jones, I agree.
Is he all show, no
that's his
substance?
spiel. He is more of the show's time, whatever like that. I'm more of the get it over with and just go. So yeah. Please run down the line when you're kicking the ground to the first, going to first base. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holcomb Blue, 7 o'clock. Rats 20. Grandstand 3.
Grandstand got some runs on the Rats.
They did. They
Yeah.
got some runs. Rats were up 2-0, and the Glass Kickers took advantage of mistakes by the Rats. Their shortstop dropped two obvious, fly balls, and then they were being a little squirrely on defense, and that's why the Glass Kickers had 3-2 lead, and that was it. So, and unfortunately, Derek from the grandstand, Smith, was hurt in the 6th inning, but CJ was there. I think it was like the 5th inning. It was a single to him at center field, and he threw on a dime a rope from center field, no bounds to home plate, and almost got the guy getting at home plate. I mean, it was really impressive.
It was a rocket, but it was not online.
It was not in line, but it was a rocket. Yeah.
Crow hop and all. So if you like baseball fundamentals, that was fun to
The
watch.
Tom Mansky,
Yes.
fundamental baseball, yeah.
But that thing was definitely not online.
Not
Hey man,
online,
they were tied at 2 after 1. I call that progress.
Yep. So it is
All
progress.
right, yeah.
Yep.
Edgewood East, 5 o'clock. Brew Ballers 7. Channel 6:30.
I say no surprise there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had
Did they
consensus
bat around
picks.
twice, or is that something like that? What?
It's hard to tell because whoever did the scorecard here didn't put actual numbers at the bottom, just one out to the side. And they're not filled in; they're just circled.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks like they batted around at least once, maybe a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's not really much to report, so we're going on to the next game. Edgewood East, 7 o'clock. Ladybird Harpies 2. Muddy Waters Studio 6. Matt.
I didn't play this game. If Stacy, you want
Stacey.
to say something about it? From
Come
what
on
I've been
down,
told
Stacey.
by my captains is that my team played very, very well. Even though we
Yeah.
lost, the improvements we've been making have been showing.
Yeah, I think this was like our best defensive game to date.
Great.
We usually fall apart in the first and second inning, but we were actually in the lead for a half an inning
Awesome. Hey.
because we kicked first, I think. But
Hey.
no, we held them until the 6th inning. I
Okay.
think it was. We were tied 2-2 in the 6th.
Yep.
Nice.
And then they got 2 runs in the 7th, and then 2 more runs in
Oh,
the
we
9th.
we apparently had 2 double plays.
Yes. we
Wow.
Wow.
I'm telling you, our defense was spot on. So, yeah, they just weren't making any errors, and we made a couple, and you can't make errors against a team like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
We have a
Thanks,
note
Stace.
here.
Yep.
Eli wins Mike Anderson's award for best hair, and he's a personality, so that means something.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a personality.
We got bonus game coverage here. Holcomb left, 3 o'clock. Das Boot 24. Where's my pitches 10? Coog, you want to take the lead on this?
Yeah, I ref this game, thanks to Alex Hammond of Hearthstone D Holes and Christopher Dover of also Hearthstone D Holes that helping out volunteer to ref this game. A little bit slow at first between both teams, and then Das Boot kind of poured it on. Credit to Where's My Pitches. They got some runs in the middle innings. But, it's just, Das Boot was just too strong.
Yeah,
And
14's a really big spread.
14 is a
Yeah.
big spread, yeah.
Seems like there are a lot of blowouts this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Holcomb left, 5 o'clock. Jazz House, 9. Where's my pitches? 5.
Yeah.
Oof.
Heck yeah, Jazz House. Hear it.
Jazz House, 926.5, Massachusetts. Thank you so much for letting us record the podcast here. Rick, what do you got for us?
Really proud of my team. Played very, very well. Our outfield is amazing. Don't try to kick it over their heads. They're so fast and young. Somebody asked me what the ages of my team were, the guys in the outfield, and I added them up, and all three of them combined are less than my age. So, yep, they're young and they're fast.
So they're like 30 each? Something like
They are 18, 21, and 22. Yeah. So, and my girls did great. I'm so proud of them. They were getting on base a lot because they're good athletes, and then they promptly got picked off. And so, baby steps with the new girls, but they're really, really good and really fun and run great. And Where's My Pitches is a good team. We just didn't make very many errors, and they made more errors. And also they were playing the second half of a doubleheader in really, really hot conditions. But they kept trying to kick the ball over my outfielders' heads because we were on that short, teeny field. And it's easy to get greedy when you're on that little bitty field, but it wasn't happening. So, yeah. All right.
Job.
Good job. Yeah.
Scored enough to win by the second inning, so all the D.
Holcomb
All right.
right.
No.
No,
Still
Holcomb left. Sorry, Holcomb left, 7 o'clock. Rockets 8, Matadores 5. Anybody watch this game?
No, Rockets are just keep on rolling, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're setting
yeah.
up a big showdown.
For the next week
Yep.
against some assholes. All right. Holcomb right, 5 o'clock. Liberty Hall late fees 0. Those fucking douchebags from Wildman Attack Force 21.
Don't try to sell this like
Back-to-back shutouts.
self-deprecating shit. You love this. You want to crush everybody.
That's very true.
Back-to-back shutouts. Wow, impressive.
Yeah,
Who
no.
likes scoring runs? Wow, man, likes scoring runs.
Yeah, pretty much. We kicked really well. Our defense was solid. I mean, other than that, there's really not much to say. Robin got drunker as the game went, and she always is great to play against. Like, I love playing against Robin.
The scorecard was really interesting here because it was like in every other inning, shellacking. Like, you guys would score a shitload and then not do anything. And then the inning after that, you'd be like, all right, maybe let's pile some more
Well,
on.
it was hot. They needed more time to recover.
Take an inning off.
Yeah, the top half of our lineup's getting older, so we need another an inning to cool off. Yeah, that's about all I got. Holcomb right, 7 o'clock. Redlegs 4, Das Boot 1.
Now, okay, not to diminish anything about the Redlegs or Jazz House, but both the teams that played the 3 o'clock game lost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Their second, yeah.
And I can't help but think that was a factor.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
it was
like they-
hot as fuck outside
Yes,
on
Fine
it was
Saturday.
for-
very hot.
The two teams combined for 36, 38 runs in the first game,
Yeah.
and then combined for 7 in the second games.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, you
Like,
had-
I don't even know what's worse, like having to play back-to-back in the heat or having to play one game, sit, and then come back and play another, because that's what happened to one of those teams.
That day probably back to back because it was at 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because it would have been at least it would have broken a little bit by 7.
Yeah, well, I
Maybe.
think it might be good for not passing out, but
Yeah.
not quite as good for keeping the legs in good shape for kicking. And maybe
Yeah.
that's
Well,
maybe
and then
that's a
also
little bit-
just momentum if you sat down for an
Yeah.
hour, just like.
Yeah.
But credit to the Redlegs. They've won 2 close games in a row now
Yeah.
against good teams.
I think the
and
Redlegs are
they're-
officially on a streak.
They are. They're after Asteroid Head this week. They're on a collision course with Happy Shirt for that one seed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Holcomb Gold, 5 o'clock. Red Lion 18, Corksuckers 7.
Corksuckers. That's this week's sponsor.
They are.
Cork and Barrel. We don't have to talk about the score of that game, because Cork and Barrel has beer specials every Sunday. They are at 9th in Mississippi as well as 23rd in Iowa. And you can get all your canned beer favorites as well as all of your other favorite liquors, liqueurs, wines, spirits, whatever you feel like ingesting. But please buy cans when you come to KVKO.
Yes, cans, please.
Yeah, this was a relatively close game until we batted around.
Yeah,
at
but they
the
still lost.
Top of the ninth. But if I can say, Ray, batting 11th for Corksuckers, kicked one over Sarah and I in the outfield and made it all the way around for a home run.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Ray does.
Yeah.
I mean, when he
Yeah.
kicks it, he wants to score every time. So I was proud of him.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
In case anybody hadn't noticed, there's like a U.S.-Argentina soccer game going on.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not going to belabor anything here, so we can watch the second half.
Amen.
Yep. Holcomb Gold, 7 o'clock. Kansas Tree Care 7, Poshwash 2. A lot closer than I thought it was going to be,
Yeah, I
not
thought
going to lie.
closer than I thought it'd be too.
Yeah, I think I said it was going to be 4 or 5 runs, so I had this right on the money, motherfuckers.
Ben Stradamus over here.
It was
Ben
same kind of
Stradamus.
pattern for Tree Care. They're at the top of their lineup, scoring most of the runs. They got a couple on the very back end in one of the mid innings. But Poshwash's defense is really good. They had a ton of excellent putouts in this game. So I think they're better than last year, and they're going to be something in that 10 to 15 range.
Cool. Aaron, what do you got?
My team captain Frank kicked what should have been a home run, and sliding home got tagged out. So yeah, we lost a little momentum there.
That's why you don't
Should
slide.
have been a higher score, and then they scored their last 2 runs in the 9th inning. I think we had a little heat stroke moment. And let him in. It feels like it should have been a much closer game.
Was that the one where Nick emphatically called him out?
Yeah.
Nick Lerner has a really good out call when he's positive.
Yeah.
All right, Holcomb Red, 5 o'clock. Screamers 1, Merchants of Death 7.
First win of the season for MODs, so congratulations, Derek. And
Yeah.
Way to get off the
There you
schneid.
Any pop-ups, Derek?
Isn't MOD method of destruction too? Yeah.
Yes.
Shitty band? I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that's POD.
Well, there's actually no. There's POD, MOD, and SOD. There's Stormtroopers of Death, Method of Destruction, and I
man.
don't remember what the fuck POD stands for.
Isn't that a religious
Paid
rock
on
They're a
debt.
Christian new metal band.
It is paid on debt.
This has been Music Corner
Paid on
with
debt?
Matt Pryor.
Death.
Paid on death.
I had a sacrifice pop-up.
Bullshit.
Yeah, no.
That's just called one of your kicks,
y-
Derek.
No,
Yeah.
as of the season, for the record, Cougar, that's my first official pop-up this one particular game. But it was a sacrifice highball. No? Got to run
no, it's
through
good.
it.
Accidental
So it doesn't
sacrifice?
count against your
Yeah,
at-bats. That's good. That's good.
The game for us went according to plan. We played real tough D. Tensions got high a little bit in the beginning, but we figured that out by the 3rd inning, and then we just kept rolling on them. So
Would you say they played in the more disciplined kickball than last week against Love Garden? You say?
we played extremely disciplined against Love Garden. They just slowly picked away from us. I think it was
Wow.
tied 4-4 going into the 6th. I feel like that's a pretty good game, Cougar.
No, I'm just talking about. Well, check the tape. Check the tape. What I said with a mistake.
Okay.
Talking from a guy who only scored 2 runs
Yeah.
in 3 weeks.
All right.
That's true. That's true.
Jesus Christ.
That's true.
Gosh, Holcomb Red, 7 o'clock. Bagels 1, Sacred Sword 34.
I did not-
Literal
What
after
the
this.
I did
fuck
not
is
see it coming.
this?
I warned you guys.
I don't
Sacred
know.
Sword is not as bad as those first couple games suggested.
But like,
Christ.
did Bagels lose this or did Sacred Sword win it? You
They
know what I
had-
mean?
They
Like,
had some
What
people
the hell
missing, so they
happened
had,
here?
in addition to having a team made up mostly of first timers, they had more first timers in this game, I believe.
Well,
Bagels did.
I ref first
Yeah.
base, and Sword was kicking lights out. Every kick was spot on, creasing the lines, kicking deep. But on the other hand, that had to be one of the hardest games to ref/watch in a long time. It was extremely poor defense on Bagels. Their new players showed that how green they really were.
Was it a lot of like over the heads of the outfielders and then you have to
know what?
recover?
It wasn't nothing really like that. There was
People
a
were
couple-
ducking?
Overthrows, underthrows, wrong base throws.
There was a couple missed pop-ups that should have been caught. Some of the errors happened from just playing that cat and mouse game. The runner would be advancing third, they'd chuck the ball at him, and then they'd get it back to the pitcher, and he would see another guy run into second. They'd throw the ball again. I think in that first inning they scored 16 runs.
Holy fuck.
Off 2 outs. They had 2 outs for a hot minute.
They
on
batted
those
around fully twice in the first inning. Everybody batted twice.
So if they're kicking bombs now, is that the end of Sacred Bunt?
Apparently.
For a
No.
while.
No, they bunted until about the 4th inning.
Oh, they'd still
Oh,
bunt
okay.
it? Okay, never
Okay,
mind
good.
then.
Good
I
for
will
them.
say, side note, even in a losing effort, Chabe at third base is sexy.
All right.
All right.
Woodlawn Elementary, 5 o'clock. Chalmers is 5. Goats, 9?
I didn't. Did anybody call Goats to win?
I didn't.
I think-
no, I don't think
I
so.
didn't.
I think
didn't.
one person up here called the Goats to win.
Oh.
Just one.
Ben Stradamus? Was it you?
Ben
Ben
Stradamus?
Stradamus?
Ben Stradamus, yeah. I'm,
Well done.
chosen one. What can
Scott?
I say?
You want to say anything?
Come on down, Scott.
They played really well without you.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I was in another state, but I had a good feeling about this game.
An
ahead of
actual
time.
state, not like another like
No,
different.
both.
Okay.
Well, I was in Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe two states
So-
at the same time.
So my understanding of this game, I mean, I've heard a few different things, but one was our defense, like we've been doing since the beginning of the season, played great. Didn't let anybody score for them. I just got up here, CJ. Anyway, didn't let anybody score past the third, or only 2 people got to third base past the third. Kicked like we've been kicking, and although it was at Woodlawn, so I got comments from players on my team like, if it was at a regular field, it'd been a totally different game.
Yeah.
We might have still won, might have not. You know, who knows what the score would have been, but it would have been a totally different game.
Yeah. For anybody that didn't know, there was the school put in a garden or something. So in order to actually have straight lines for both foul and fair territory and keep the field in the actual school area as opposed to having fair territory on the street, the field had to be something closer to 85 degrees as opposed to 90,
man.
which shortens the distance between first and second by a couple feet on each side. So there's some
Goddamn elementary kids and their
Yeah.
vegetables.
some wonky stuff going on there. But it's unfair for everybody, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right. Woodlawn 7 o'clock. Love Garden Squid 17. Johnny's Tavern 3.
Wow, this surprises me. I thought
Johnny's got 3.
Johnny's got.
I expected Johnny's to do better.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anybody comment? No. Okay.
No.
No?
All right.
Music.
Just gonna let that one lay,
here,
huh?
I guess.
Yep.
All right.
South Park 5 o'clock. Repetition Coffee 1. Free State Growlers 36. Come on, Seth. Dude, come on.
Where's the shout out, Seth? Come on.
Just picking on people. There was actually a note on here, and I asked Katie Keating about it after the game because she kept score. Somebody on Free State asked her, repetition didn't bring a ball. And so somebody asked her if that means that they forfeit. So for all you out there listening, A, no, that's ridiculous. And B, you're the home team. If anybody has a responsibility to bring the ball, it's the home team.
Yeah.
So
I got
bring a
this
ball?
note from Seth. Mookie had 2 home runs in the first inning, which is crazy for Free State. And then Lindsay Dieter did a really good job running with her running skills on her home run, which she had a home run too. So, and overall, Free State had 6 home runs.
Impressive.
Yeah.
big time.
South Park 7 o'clock. Ghosts 20. Leafy Greens 3.
Welcome to Leafy Greens. Welcome
got-
to the league, Leafy Greens.
I gotta say, both Repetition and Leafy Greens put runs up, which I
Yeah.
think our first year we got run ruled like the first 7 games or something like
Yeah, I
that.
think it was like Leafy Greens got shut out the first week, scored 2 the second week. I know they played you guys.
They
the
got
second
shut out by
week.
Wild
They got
Man's.
Shut out,
2-0 and 3.
Yeah.
Anyway, it kind of looks like improvement.
Yeah, Ghosts, I got this note from Matt Cosgrove that the 2 dads on Ghosts got home runs on Father's Day,
Aww.
Pete and James. So that
Trying
was
to do
pretty
it
cool.
in Cosgrove's voice, like the 2. I can't
You
go
can't-
that low.
no one can.
No one can, though.
There's another silver lining here. It's that either Repetition or Leafy Greens is definitely going to get a win this year.
Yeah, one or the other. Yeah.
There's no ties. That's good, yeah.
But
All right. Okay.
Way to
Donovan
polish a
McNabb.
turd, Ben.
Yeah, you go.
Jesus Christ.
let me shit on your face and then make
Yeah.
it real nice.
Hobbs Park 7 o'clock. Undercard for game of the week. Happy Shirt 15. Asteroid Head 1.
No big
No
surprises
surprise.
here.
Yeah.
I'm sure Happy
All
Shirt,
business
they
from
told
them.
me they were upset that he gave up 1. So,
Sounds about right.
but I would
I
be
think it's
too.
nice to let somebody score once, though.
Yeah.
Heck with that. No.
Yeah, man,
You
shut
gotta
up.
Earn that run.
Shutouts are
Earn that
boring,
run.
and beyond that, they're fascist.
Yeah.
We're talking about Happy Shirt, right?
Right.
Okay.
Hobbs Park game of the week 9 o'clock. Hertz Donuts D Holes 12. Woost 8.
This was a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of lived
Yeah.
up to expectations. Maybe roughly the spread we thought.
Yeah.
when we talked about it last week.
What everybody think of the later start time?
I liked it.
Yeah,
Oh, that was fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it too. Happy Shirt hated it.
Well,
Aww.
So,
Oh yeah, they have to drive back to KC and everything, don't they?
It's not like they didn't go to replay afterwards anyway.
Yeah, that's
that's true.
It's cutting into their replay time. Is that why they hated it?
yeah. Well, we are killing it at that after party.
Yeah.
So I guess I can't blame them.
I will say in that game, there was a kick out that was attempted by the pitcher of Woost. Did not go well. It was way over the first baseman's head, and basically Hurst Dundee holes went around. Of course, Alex, you saw that and you just shook your head thinking, why would you try to kick out? Why? Like, unless you're like your Pat Watkins of Asteroid Head or anybody else that knows what they're doing, don't try to kick out if you're a pitcher. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
So
Or anyone else that knows what they're doing.
and know what you're doing. I did it once. I got really lucky, and I should have. I'll never done it again. So, don't do it. So, but the other parts of the game, I thought Woost. I saw that Dan Malga like change defense positions like 3 times. He went from pitcher, he went to third base, and with a shortstop. It seemed to be that Woost, the MO with them they can mash, but their defense is questionable, and him moving around, constantly. They just couldn't get their defense figured out, and Hurst D holes made them pay by having that 12-4 lead.
All that said, if it was basically set up for them to be right back in this game, if they could have got the people on base in front of Dan in the last inning, then we
Yeah.
could have had
But they
another
couldn't.
epic
Yeah.
game of the week comeback.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just
Like
they
when he
wound
did,
up.
what was it, last year or 2 years ago?
I think
We
it was
had
2
the-
years ago.
Yeah.
But they wound up like a couple hits short of an epic comeback
Yeah.
here.
It was against Corksuckers.
Corksuckers,
Speaking
this
of
week's
Corksuckers.
sponsor.
Is Cork and Barrel with 2 convenient locations in Lawrence.
23rd in Iowa and 9th in Mississippi. Go get your cans for Game of the Week.
Corkandbarrel.com.
Shameless plug, Denise. Thank you.
I don't think you can't order beer online though, can you?
I don't think so.
Corkbarrel.com. God damn it.
Corkbarrel.com. My bad, all
Thank
right?
you, Jana.
You could order a Russian wife online and have her bring you beer from Cork.
That's
Barrel.
true.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so with that done, we're gonna get into a little discussion questions.
Oh, I thought we were going to skip these because you wanted to go watch the footy
we're
match.
gonna do this for a little bit.
Why not, instead of discussion,
This
why don't
one
we just
comes
have a
from
fist
Chris
fight?
Ford.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a good one, actually. Since we just had some throwback games on grass, what's your favorite field, and briefly explain why?
Wow.
I like
Ben?
Hobbs because it can stumble home from it.
Ben?
I like Holcomb left because it's got that short right porch. So if you got a player with a leg, you can kick it over. There's opportunities for jumping up against the fence to make a catch in the air. It just kind of feels like home.
Cool. Ben?
I like the field, the one with the water tower. Where's that one?
Water Tower Park.
Oh, okay.
that place,
Water tower park.
that place is awful.
I just think it's funny because like you'll be kicking the ball and like going to catch it, and then there'll be somebody like swinging like in the little playground out there. And there's
Someone
just-
with their kid there?
yeah,
Yeah.
there's something kind of nice about it, I guess.
Coog?
First of all, that mound is terrible. Water Tower Park. Nobody can.
It
pitch in
is
that.
terrible.
Oh. I don't know. Holcomb left is a good choice there, Ben. I don't know, just because it's big and spacious, I guess Holcomb blue because it's just huge. And I like to see like kickers try to dare themselves, try to kick it as far as possible, way out there. So, I don't know. I like the spaciousness of Holcomb blue.
I have 2. Hobbs, just because of what it means.
Sure,
Like,
of
more
course.
than likely, you're playing a game of the week or a championship game.
Right.
And that's always, since I'm, a douchebag who likes winning, so that's kind of like what I like. And then South Park as well. Like, when I first started in the league, that was the first ever game. That was the first ever field I played on. So it has a lot of nostalgia for me, and I love playing on that field.
Plus, it's so close to getting wasted downtown.
Oh, yeah, totally. Completely.
Oh, if I could real quick, a little shout out to Edgewood East. That's where the Cougar nickname got born. So there you go.
Aww.
Nice.
That's just adorable.
It is adorable, I know.
All right. Second discussion question. It's from our own panelist, Ben.
Yeah, all right.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
What matchup do you most want to see? Could be over the next 2 weeks or could be the rest of the season. Ben?
I'm really curious to see how the Redlegs play against Happy Shirt because they seem to have like a little bit of chutzpah and can put it together in the late
How's
innings.
that?
So,
Yeah.
chutzpah.
Spot.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You got some schmutz on your shirt there, Matt. And we all know Happy Shirt is that kind of team too. Like if it's close in the later innings, they always seem to pull it out. So
Do you
now
think
that they're
Happy
both
Shirt? Do you think they're aware of the Redlegs, like what they're?
Oh yeah,
that
I'm
they're
pretty
as
sure
good
they've
as they
watched
are?
at least a game or two so far.
Because I kind of wondered if Happy Shirt was just this kind of thing where like we come like the Hulk smash, like they just kind of come in and just
No,
assume they're gonna crush
I'd be willing
everybody.
to bet
They
that-
watch. They watch games.
Yeah,
like
I'd be
they
willing to bet
watched
that-
our game against. Who was it? Second week. Leafy Greens.
They
Yeah.
probably have all of
The one
all
where
of
you were real
Red Leg's
nice?
defensive positions on AutoCAD or something like that. They probably know their averages better than Redlegs does. And they're like, oh, they have a weakness here because they're batting these two people in opposite spots or something like that.
Yeah.
But I just kind of feel like if these are both cardiac cat teams where they can either one of them can come back at the very end of the game against a good team, then this could be a really good matchup in Week 5.
Yep. Cougar.
I say, the last game of pool play is the game of the week between Love Garden and KTC. Love Garden seems like the first 3 weeks that they're playing better. Last season it was a really weird season. A lot of players, and it seemed like there's dissension. I watched the games MODs like last week. They seem be a pretty good team. And KTC, we'll see how good they really are. Some games where they haven't done blowouts against these other lesser teams. And as for the winner of the, I don't know what division it is. John Brown, thank you. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen between KTC and Love Garden. So
Okay.
At Hobbs, game of the week.
Matt?
5.
What do you got?
I don't know, man.
Okay. I'll go next. I'm looking forward to the Week 5 game, Free State versus Red Lion.
Yep.
That'll be good.
Yeah, it could go either way, but the reason why I'm really interested about this game is because if Red Lion wins, I want to see how they do against all the other ones. And then if Free State wins...
Wait, just to say you want redemption?
No, not really that. Like, I definitely want to see how they match up against, Channel 6. Like, because I know that you guys probably want to play Channel 6.
Yeah. I would
and-
love to play all the top teams.
Yeah,
frankly.
exactly,
Yeah.
and that's the fun about the playing in the ones and stuff like that. But and then Free State, like, holy crap, where did
that's
this
a
team come
big-
from? Like,
if they make the ones, they're the automatic most improved team no matter what
Yeah,
happens
definitely.
in the second
Yeah.
half. Yeah.
or even if they keep it close with you guys, they're automatically probably the best,
Yeah.
the most improved team. So like them playing in the ones would be pretty fun to see too.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose that
I
game.
thought of one.
It's
I
gonna
thought
be
of one that I'm looking forward to. Go ahead.
No,
Bob.
no, it's all you.
I'm actually looking forward to this week, our game against the homies.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing like shit-talking vocal exercises all week, so I can be nice and loud.
We get to actually test Cougar's kickball philosophical statement because you said you're a front running team, but
Yeah.
I don't think you've run in front yet, so we'll get to see whether that's actually
That's true. That's true. Good point. That's a good point.
Ben, what do you got?
I think you guys have all made good comments here. I'm just looking forward to our game next week against the Sacred Sword to see which kind of Sacred Sword.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no shit.
Because I think
Yeah.
that's 34 runs, or I don't know.
It's
Hopefully
not
it's-
34 runs. It's not gonna
That's a
happen.
lot.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to some rap music, Jana. If we can get that being played out.
Oh, the hip
Yeah,
hop.
That should be a good game.
Yeah.
If I can add one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
I hate to say it now because we're a week away. We don't know what's gonna whatever. But I just assume anyway that Happy Shirt's gonna wind up undefeated and that Channel 6 is too. And I'm gonna make the pitch right now. I know the schedule hasn't been set yet, but I want to see rematch game of the week between those two teams in the second half
That'd be
because
fun.
that was the best game I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah. Okay.
Any more questions?
Yes, we have one more.
All right.
Will the Salvador Perez's presents the Mario Chalmerses
Jesus.
have as many wins as they do words in their name, which is 7? They're at 2
I'm
and
just
1
wondering
right
if they're
now.
going to keep adding on to it every year.
Yeah.
Probably.
You should sponsor the team. Then it could be the Matt Pryor's presents the Salvador Perez.
The Matt Pryor's.
The Mario Chalmers is.
Ben.
There are going to be like 5 ranked play games. Is that right?
Yes.
Correct.
Then they should get to 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think they will.
I would, if I was Vegas, I would set the over and under at 8. I think. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll say over.
Okay, cool.
I think it's a push. I think they're gonna go best like 3 and 3 and the 2s.
Ooh,
yeah,
harsh,
They can't
buddy.
go 3 and 3 in the 2s.
Oh, is it 3 and
There's
3?
only
Oh, no,
5
3 and
games,
2. I like
yeah.
to go 3 and 2. I'm sorry, 3 and 2 in the 2s. Excuse me. So I think it'd be a push. They'll have 7 wins in the season. I think the 2s it'll be a little bit tougher for them. Go ahead.
If Goats win against Muddy Waters, Chalmers is the two.
Yep.
So you might be right in that case, but it's easily depending on tiebreakers. They could be a 3. Goats could be a 3. I think
Yeah.
whoever comes out of that division, the 3 has a good chance to run it. So.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have 4 wins, so they just need the 3.
Yeah.
Well, if we win this week.
You
All
think we
right.
could beat the goats?
All right.
If Goats win this week, it doesn't matter. You guys could beat us. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Moving on. So
This is
we
gonna be
got
really
predictions to
interesting.
do now.
All right.
Just to update the Pick'em Challenge, Kathy, Ben, and
Who?
Matt.
Who's Kathy? The
don't
girl who
know.
hasn't been here in 3 fucking
She's-
weeks?
Yeah, she's at a Slipknot concert
Okay.
right now.
So Insane Clown Posse
They-
last week, now Slipknot?
All those people went 3-0. Cougar and I went 2-1. Kathy is 6-3. Cougar and Ben are 7-2. I'm 6-3. Matt is 5-4 on the season of the Pick'em Challenge.
Woohoo.
So let's
Give
talk
Matt-
about some games then.
All right.
Lions East, 5 o'clock. Los Matadores versus Ghosts. Ben,
Wow.
Ooh, this could be a good game.
which is the first game of the Pick'em Challenge?
Is it? Okay.
I'll go with the Ghosts. I went Ghosts last time, and I feel like they lost a couple of games and didn't play as well as they probably should have the first couple of weeks. And I think now they're probably going to get it rolling. So I'm going to
Cool.
go with them.
Oh,
Ben 2.
I'm gonna go with Los Matadores.
Cool.
I'm
Cougar?
not sure why. I just feel like they're gonna win.
This is a tough game to pick. Ghosts are doing better. Los Matadores, hopefully with our new team, they're get more together. It's gonna be close. I think I got Matadores by 2. Matadors by 2. Yeah.
Going Ghosts. Matt.
I'm going Ghosts because I think they're a team, whereas Matadores is more of a collection
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
randos.
It's Santos and a bunch of tiny
Yeah.
Santos. Santos and the Santoses.
Okay. 7 o'clock Lions
It's like
East.
Oompa Loompas. It's just like
Yes. 7 o'clock Repetition versus Red
well,
Lion.
now all this depends on how cool the board member wants to be to the new guys.
Ben.
You said Repetition Red Legs?
Red
Red Lion.
Red Lion. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to be cool here, all right? So we're going to play hat ball.
Hat
So-
ball?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we already talked about
not...
this.
Oh, like picking positions out of
Yeah,
a
we're
hat?
going to pick the lineup and the fielding positions out of a hat.
See, why can't you do shit like that? That's fucking fun.
And
They're still gonna win.
I expect there to be manifold shotguns.
Yeah.
Maybe some teaching moments, but I'll still pick us.
Yeah, I do too. But still, that's fun. That's awesome.
Ben 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. You got to have some fun with it. So
Yeah.
I like your strategy here. But Red Lion, they're gonna be able to.
Yeah, credit to Nevervy for coming up with that idea, by
Cool.
the way.
Jesus,
I like that
ball
idea.
Maybe I should do that for my lineup. Ugh. Seriously.
Could make you any worse.
Could make it worse. You're true. That's true. So no, Lion, no shutout because hat ball is not gonna allow any shutouts. So Lion, huge.
Lion, big. Matt.
Lion, but I give them bonus points for having fun with it and not being
Yeah.
dicks.
Thanks, buddy.
Lions West, 5 o'clock. Free State versus Bagels.
Oh God.
Matt.
Well, I have to say Free State. I don't know what's going to happen to the Bagels.
I predict that Free State doesn't play hat ball. And
Yeah.
that they win by 40.
Well, I think, too,
yeah.
Wow,
I think
40.
too, there's still the attitude that, like, Bagels are a more elite team. Like, if you're not, like, watching the scores, super, like, they have name recognition
Yeah.
as being, like, they had such a huge fall off this year.
It's so weird too because they won the previous game 30-1 and then they lost last week
Yeah.
by about the same margin.
So who knows? I think Free State will win, but who knows by how much? Because
I got
No.
Free State big.
Free State big. Yeah.
Yeah, Free State, just because I don't know who's gonna show up for the Bagels.
I love my Bagels, but I'm going to say this is a run rule game.
YSC 5, 5 o'clock. Screamers versus Love Garden. Ben.
Love Garden.
Yeah. Ben 2.
Same thing.
Coog.
Shout out Love Garden.
Should we take bets on which inning the referee gets replaced in.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that in front of the children.
not.
Oh, right. Sorry.
We're not. We're not going there. I got Love Garden big. Matt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love Garden, sure.
YSC 5, 7 o'clock, Asteroid Head versus Red Legs. Ben.
Did we
Red
miss?
Legs all
we
the
missed
way.
a game.
We missed a week. Yeah.
Did we?
We missed Lions West at
But we'll
7.
go back to it later.
Oh, okay.
If you miss Jazz House again, Rick's gonna have your ass.
No, we missed Lions West, Leafy Greens
Yeah,
versus
versus Liberty Hall.
Liberty Hall. That's two fun teams.
They're
Yeah.
both
I mean-
winless. Someone's got to win.
I mean,
so.
Leafy Greens are the sentimental pick, but Liberty Hall, they're going to put up some runs.
Yeah,
this
Liberty Hall is due. This is in the running for most fun game of the week, though.
game. Yeah, definitely.
Faux show.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Okay, back to Asteroid Head versus Red Legs. Matt, you want to lead us off?
Red Legs.
Cool. I got Red Legs. Coog.
Red Leg's big.
Ben 2.
I've got a question. Are the Red Legs they're a new team?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's James
But
Finley's team.
Somehow they're like, okay, so they're like an all-star team.
No,
They
they're
have
just
new players. They're just really athletic. But
Yeah.
it's like he, Sports Kid, and
Ian.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ian.
well,
sports
Yeah.
kid,
Yeah.
Cougar.
He doesn't have a name, just like you don't have a name. It's just Cougar. You don't have a name.
I'll go with the Red Legs too.
All right.
Yeah.
YSC Field 6. Where's my pitches versus Happy Shirt?
Happy.
We're all.
shirt?
It's Happy Shirt, right?
Right. Yeah. we
Yeah,
can
where's
move
my
on.
pitches had
Okay.
a rough weekend, but it's
7
not getting
o'clock.
better.
KTC versus Johnny's. KTC, right?
God,
Everybody.
it just gets
Yeah.
rougher and
Yep.
rougher Johnnies.
Yeah,
More
they're-
blowouts.
if it's possible, I think the spreads in the games this week are going to be higher on average than last week.
Yeah.
We got a lot of mismatched foes here.
Yeah.
Yeah. YSC 7 Hertz
Speaking of
Donut
which-
versus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. YSC 7, 5 o'clock. Hertz Donut versus Grandstand. Ouch. This one's gonna be.
Yeah.
This one's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
You guys should play hat ball.
Yeah, I advocate.
Somehow I don't
It's-
see the D holes playing hat
I,
ball.
Yeah.
I think the D holes are fully capable of having some fucking fun too, though. So yeah, but D hole's big.
Yeah.
Deal's big. No shutout. No shutout.
Okay.
Go.
YSC
Pick,
7.
Yeah, YSC 7, 7
At
o'clock.
7.
Game number 2 in the Pick'em Challenge. Goats versus Muddy Waters. Matt.
Goats.
I'm going Muddy Waters on this one.
Wow.
Coog.
Although Goats did so well without Scott, like, do you think having him back will be a hindrance or a help?
I will. I will say this: last year they played each other, and Pizza Party. Then they beat the Goats. They did. But that was last year. That's true. I think Goats ride the high of beating Mario Chalmers's. I got the Goats.
Say the whole name.
No,
Man, this is
you're
tough.
Mario Chalmers's, and you're the Goats. That's it. Whatever.
Ben 2.
I'm gonna go with Muddy Waters here.
Okay.
I feel like they're a great team. They're due to beat another great team, and I think whereas Chalmers may have a little bit more of a shutdown defense, I think if the Ghosts don't score 11 or more here, they could be in trouble.
I'm gonna go with the Goats on this one. I think my man Allen's gonna score a couple runs. So
Yeah.
we'll see
And
what
the
he can do.
And the thing about these YSC fields is that they're the smaller kind of little league fields, not
Yeah.
the ones in the small
And
in the
there's some
complex
legs
that
on
we
both
usually
teams.
play on. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I definitely
That's
think
it?
that like Muddy Waters could definitely.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know
if
what
you-
really scares
if
me
they-
about
if
picking
they
Muddy
tried.
Waters, though, is that it seems like to a man, everybody I've talked to on the Goats believes.
Yeah.
Belief is a powerful thing.
Yeah. YSC 8 o'clock. Harpies versus Homies. Really, really, honestly, this is my game of the week.
How's that
I
spelled?
think we're gonna win just
Matt?
on attitude alone. Just because we have a positive attitude going into it. We never, even when we're getting our teeth kicked in, we never give up. We always talk shit. We always say a Harpy win is if we can score one run, that means we win. And I think it'll be fun. And I can't wait to watch you squirm, buddy.
I honestly don't. I'm gonna go Harpies. Harpies. Coog.
I will say this. This game worries me because the fact that so here's the thing. Harpies, the fact that they only lost to Muddy Waters 6-2, and they already beat Leeway Franks, and my team lost Leeway Franks. So I'm really
By the
worried
transitive property,
By
therefore.
transitive property, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I really am like legitimately worried. I told Drant and Stacy about this last Sunday. I'm legitimately worried to play against the Harpies because my team. I'll go home ways by 1, but it's tough. It's tough. So we'll see.
I think the Harpies have a good chance, but it's hard to not stick with your homies sometimes. So I'm gonna go with the homies.
I hope you're right, Ben too.
I can applaud that sentiment. Yeah.
What time is this game at?
5.
5.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with the homies because I think we're gonna send Nick over to replace Cougar as
By all means, go ahead. Please do.
Owner's gonna show up and take charge.
I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can. That'd be playing for 2 teams.
Oh no, he's not gonna play. He's just gonna
He could manage. He
Yeah,
couldn't be a
exactly
captain.
right. Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the owner's good. This is
He'd
the
be an
owner's
owner.
game.
Yeah. Just sits in the
He's
box.
my boss. He's my boss, so he can do it. So that's fine.
YSC 8, 7 o'clock, Channel 6 versus Woost. Ben.
Yeah, Channel 6.
Yeah. Ben 2.
Since the D-holes just beat him, I think Channel 6 will be able to take it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a
Could-
vengeance game because I think it's the rematch of the week 2, and we all know what happened there. So Channel 6, I don't know if it's vengeance on their minds, but I think Channel 6, they're going to win actually big against Woost. I think they'll be Channel 6 by 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I share the same sentiment.
Yeah.
Channel 6, Matt.
Yeah, I think Channel 6 are kind of on a mission right now.
Yeah.
So, love the Woos, but I don't know if they can take them.
Yep.
No.
Broken Arrow, 5 o'clock,
Broken
Wildman
Arrow.
versus Rockets. Matt, who you got?
Well, I'm gonna pick Wildman, but I think that the Rockets are actually gonna give you a good. It'll be won't be an easy game to win.
Yeah, definitely. I always abstain, so we'll move to Cougar.
You're the only
Rockets are
person
nice-
that does that. In the
Kathy does it too.
oh, okay, fine.
Yeah. Rockets they're a good team. They're a nice team, but Wildman be too much. I got Wildman by 6.
Ben 2.
I have to go with the Rockets here because I have their T-shirt of their wonderful T-shirt that they've made, and so I have to.
You're based on T-shirts.
Blast off,
You're gonna win.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Soft
that's
T-shirt and it's
that's how I
comfortable,
would have
so-
done it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
OG
so
Ben.
we got 4 divisions where there are 2 undefeated teams.
Yep.
3 of them play next week. This is the only undefeated matchup of the week.
Yeah.
And
Yep,
yeah,
that's
so
true.
this really is the marquee game of the week. No joke, all joking aside. And I've seen the Rockets play a couple times, and I really like the team they've put together. But I think they might be out of their element here. I think this is a blowout, 10+ by Wildman, and Rockets lock up the 2 seed.
I'm gonna pick 6. Wow.
Okay. Broken Arrow, 7 o'clock. Leeway Franks versus the Salvador Perez's presents the Mario Chalmerses. It's a lot of
The
words.
second team. I'm not gonna say the whole fucking
Yeah,
name.
yeah. I got the second team as well. Cougar.
Chalmerses are going to be ticked offs, and Willie Ray Franks. You're in the world of hurt. So Chalmerses by 9.
Yeah. Ben 2.
Yeah, the Salvi should have some fun with them, but
Yeah.
I think they got this.
Yeah. I like
think,
that.
I think Chalmers feel like they should have won last week, and maybe on a orthodox field that they would have. So I think they're out to prove it this week.
Yeah, definitely. South Park, 5 o'clock. Poshwash versus Merchants.
Wow.
Ben 1.
Oh.
Oh. Man, I haven't really seen Merchants play, but I love the way Poshwash played defense from what I've seen. So I'm gonna go with the Puppies.
And 2.
I'm a bigger fan of cats, so I'm gonna go with MOD on that one.
This.
I like that. I like that.
This is the matchup. I'm gonna say it right now. Aaron versus Derek. Is there gonna be a bounty on each other?
Somebody's
I wanna see a
sleeping
bounty.
on the couch.
Yeah, exactly.
So loser has to go down.
Loser
Is that-
sleeps
is
on
that
the
way it
couch.
works?
Loses has to in the couch. Yeah. Uh-oh. Derek, say something.
Oh crap.
No.
She can have the couch. It's hers. Bed's mine.
All right, Cougar.
Who
Who do you
wants
got?
to sleep in a bed alone though?
Got Poshwash by 4.
Okay, it's going to come down to bunt defense, and I think Merchants have a better bunt defense, so I'm going with Merchants. Matt.
I'm going to go with Poshwash because I think Derek thinks he's going to win, but Aaron's going to want it more. So,
A Derek Davis pop-up to end it.
yeah. To Aaron.
Yeah. All right, South Park, 7 o'clock, Jazz House.
Jazz House! Woo! Home of the podcast. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes. Versus Das Boot.
Das
Who
Das
do you got, Matt?
Boot, probably.
Yeah, Das Boot. Love you, Rick, but Das Boot.
Das Boot.
Ben 2.
This all got real quiet.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry. Feel guilty.
Yeah, I know. Picking against Rick's team while he's in attendance.
I'm just gonna go with Jazz House just because I'm here.
All right.
We have to give them some support just because they help us out. So.
Yeah.
I like the way you think, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Jazz House too. I think this might be a trap game, right? So
Yeah.
A what game?
Das Boot is really good. I mean, they only lost to Happy Shirt by a couple. They killed in the first game last week, and they only lost to Red Legs by a couple after they had already played one. But they did win their Week 5 game already, right?
Das
And,
Boot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
and so
yes.
they might think, hey, we've essentially locked up the 3 seed here.
Yeah.
Whereas Jazz House is on the rise, so I'll go with Jazz House on the upset.
Okay. All right. Hobbs, 7 o'clock, undercard for Game of the Week. Corksuckers.
Corksuckers!
Which is this week's sponsor.
Two
Visit
convenient
them.
locations.
Yes.
23rd in Iowa, 9th in Mississippi.
Corkbarrel.com. Get your
Go-
cans from there, people.
Go there for all of your alcoholic needs, and especially for cans. If you're going to go to Hobbs to watch the Corksuckers defeat Sacred Sword.
But when you go to Hobbs, please make sure you have cans.
Amen.
Yeah, Corksuckers versus Sacred Sword, which is the last game in our Pick'em Challenge. Matt, who you got?
I just told you.
He just said
Corksuckers?
Corksuckers. He
Corksuckers.
just said Corksuckers.
Okay, I got Corksuckers too.
You don't even
Sacred
listen
Sword-
to me.
Sacred Sword, your fun times over against bagels. No, Corksuckers by 9. No.
Whoa!
Wow, Coog.
9?
So you think that game against the Bagels was a fluke?
Did I stutter? Did I stutter? Ben 2, you're up.
Usually you do.
Yeah, I did, but this time I did not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you actually say that? You
Yeah.
did stutter.
Ben 2, you're up.
Ben 2.
I gotta go with my team here. Hopefully, we can show up this week. We'll see what happens.
All right. Ben, who you got?
Yeah, I think Sacred Sword had one really good showing against it, forgive it, but a down team. And I think Corksuckers has had 3 really good showings, so I've got to go with the Corksuckers here.
Cool. And then,
Plus, they paid us, so.
I think the whole panel went Corksuckers, so we're totally just shills.
Yeah, and
For the
I
sponsor.
honestly, I disagree with Cougar. I think this could be a really close game. But yeah.
Hobbs, 9 o'clock, Game of the Week, Rats versus Brewballers. Ben.
This is the first time I'm ever going to see a Rats game in person before the postseason. Yeah.
Okay.
Never seen them play a regular season game.
Wow.
And I don't know. Brewballers got some new people, yeah, but they still got smoked this past week. I'll go with the Rats. They seem like at least got a decent chance of pulling this one out.
Cool. Ben 2.
I'm gonna go with the Rats as well because Rats are really resourceful, and so I feel like they're gonna find a way to pull through.
I like that.
Man, I love your logic.
That's right. It comes from drinking.
Coog, who you got?
Brewballers, I like you guys. Former team. No. Rats is good. No, Rats gonna. I've seen them play. They're better than Brewballers pretty significantly. So I'd say Rats by 8. Wow. Yeah.
I'm going to go, fuck it. I'm going Brewballers. Fuck it. Matt, who you got?
I'm going to go Rats because Brewballers still have not proven to me that they give a shit about playing kickball.
Really good queso, though.
Good queso, yeah.
All right. With that, I think that puts a bow on this week's podcast. So thank you to Jazz House and Rick. 926.5 Massachusetts. Come down every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. We are here. Make fun of us. Talk about your game. Yeah, let's do that.
All of that. Thank
And
you,
then
Rick.
thanks
Thank you, Jazz House.
Yeah, thanks again to Cork and Barrel, our sponsor this week.
Yeah.
2 convenient locations, corkbarrel.com. Visit them at 23rd in Iowa and 9th in Mississippi. Okay, so
And always remember to buy your cans and bring your
Yes.
cans to Game of the Week.
Cans.
Yeah.
Please.
Cans from Cork and Barrel. Can we?
Do we know what the weekly specials are for next week? Again, it's Boulevard. Okay.
Yeah. And do we know the DJ for next week's after party?
Do you?
Joel.
Yeah. Because when
Roller
Joel
coaster.
Kelly plays, terrible shit.
No. You're one of the people in charge of the after party.
Oh
You're
yeah,
not supposed-
absolutely, man. But at least it's entertaining, I guess.
Yeah. So Matt.
Oh, I was going to ask if one of the Boulevard specials was that new IPA, the session IPA that they have that's in Tall Boys. I can't remember what it's called. Thank you. Yes, they are on special. I'm not going to remember what you just said, but
Well,
they
once
are on
again-
special.
Sweet.
All of the cans are on special.
Yes, all of the cans are on special. So
Can we
with
get a
that,
quick? Can we get a quick chant since we don't know what the score is and
Yeah.
there's a game going on? USA, USA,
USA,
USA, USA.
When did this turn into a fucking Trump rally?
Yikes.
Sorry, I was trying to be funny. Thought that would be funnier than it was. Sorry.
Matt, you have the best words.
So, you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Hit the music.